Thanks all. I think I'm in the Netherlands, so most of you are, I think, as well in Europe. Enjoy your lunch if you get some. In the next 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to talk about developing a business case for architecture. What does it mean? But also, what are some tips and tricks you can use for that? A little bit about me. My name is Niek Van Raaij. I'm a consultant at Xebia, in specific the unit Xebia IT Architect, where I coach teams and managers to often change the way of working. So implement DevOps, implement site reliability engineering, or completely turn the organization around and go to cross-functional teams, for example. And a big topic I come across all the time is creating business cases. How are we going to fund our work? And maybe this is not something you do every day, or it's not the core of your job. It's something we all have to deal with time to time. So we need to get a little bit better in it. And I review a lot of business cases. I write a lot of business cases. Sometimes I am on the other side accepting or declining them. And within all those things, I've identified some common issues, some common types that I see. And in the end of this talk, in about 4 minutes, I will give you 3 tips about how to write better business cases. So the first level I see within architecture or DevOps or site reliability engineering business cases is in the form if we need to do something that will cost us something and it will result in something like this: better, faster, or higher quality of software. And that's a hard business case. That's really vague. What does faster mean? And I actually see this kind of benefits. Faster. Do we mean faster browser speeds? Is our website loading faster? Or do we mean a faster time to market? So when I receive a business case like this, I always reject it and say, well, you need to make it a little bit more specific. And that's where we get to level 2. So level 2 is becoming more concrete. Save 10% development time by reducing technical debt, for example. This is one we see often. And when you start asking, what are we going to do with that 10% development time? Usually the answer is something like, well, we can do more innovation. We can do more. We can build more functionality. But from a business point of view or a managerial point of view, when we talk about financing, I pay the same amount of money to develop software. So it's hard. I'm missing the why. I still have to pay them. Unless your business case is, well, we reduce tech debt, save 10%, and fire 10% of our developers. Then it's becoming more concrete. Another one I see often is decrease the time to market to 30% or 40 or 50 by implementing something like microservices or continuous delivery. But the thing I really miss here is the why. Why should we do this? And those types, so the better, faster, or higher quality software, the save 10% by reducing tech debt, are the most common business cases I see drafted by managers, by software architects, by developers. And they are all focusing on qualitative benefits. Why does it make our software better? So I want to give you 3 tips to write better business cases. And the first one is maybe obvious, but in a lot of times it's not in there. Connect the IT to the strategy. Connect your business case to the strategy of your organization. Which direction is your organization going and how is your initiative fitting in there? Is it helping to reach the goal and the ambition of the organization? Or maybe it's a given and it removes a roadblock. So if you remove the 10% technical debt, we get there faster. Another one, and this is probably the hardest one, is compare money to money. So once we compare, we need to invest 1 million and it will gain us 20% of something, higher quality, faster delivery times. That's a hard comparison, and that's not how most companies work. I want to compare, I invest 1 million, my return on investment is 20%, So next year we start with 1 to 2 million. That's concrete. An example of this is when you talk about lowering your time to rollback, you can actually count how much time it would save you on your incident you had last year. And if you're an e-commerce platform or an online retailer, that time that you went down cost you money because orders weren't coming in. And once you start calculating that way, you can start comparing money with money. Makes it a really strong business case. And the third one is a little bit vague, but still really relevant. Think agile, but make it concrete. When you say we're going to do this in an agile way of working, we're going to use Scrum, we're going to make a backlog, and we pick up the thing with the most value first. That's not how finance works. Finance likes predictability, return on investments, long-term budgets. So think agile, but manage that. Tell them that. Tell that you're going to deliver the most value, but you are working towards a goal. Make it a little bit more concrete than just we are going to deliver the most value as possible, the soonest as possible. So 1, connect it to the strategy. 2, make sure you are comparing money to money and not money with a qualitative business case, because then it's becoming really hard. And think agile and describe the benefits of agile, but make it really concrete. And this is something which is really hard and take a lot of practice, but this is what I wanted to share with you. I can imagine you have some questions. So if you scan this QR code, you can directly schedule a meeting with me to have a chat on this topic. Or maybe even you need to convince your boss with a strong business case and it's not working. I'm always available for help. So otherwise, I'll be in the booth of Xebia between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. today. So drop in and let me know any questions. Thank you.